which can be all the levels from smaller grade to the highest grade, where your teachers also can come. So it is not craft fun learning alone. It will also be learning for examination, how to prepare competitive exam, logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, communication skill, leadership qualities, and all the yoga practices, everything. And that can be a holistic development in all the fivefold: physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual level. If that way, probably if you can get students from different other schools, they feel, oh, this school is doing something different, so that can make your marketing also, wherein parents can also come and join. The too large number unmanageable. Now next week I am running it in my hometown. So where I am planning 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening, 2 different batches. Because when parents have to come, students have to come, they don't want to spare the whole summer vacation with somebody else. Number one. Number two, dropping them, picking up we don't want people to run here and there, because you are not running school bus and something. So parents also can join based on their leisure time. Number one. Number two, if there is a large crowd, we can categorize based on their interest. And we get a relaxation time of conducting it well. So depends on the crowd, number one. Number two, probably your teachers also require to join full time. Sometime here and all, we don't know. The summer can be too harsh. So people also get tired if you stay for 6 hours, 8 hours. So it depends on the interest and the number of people and all that. I don't generally do only fun during the camps. What I do is 2 things. It depends mostly. The children are there, I make them to learn learning techniques. And if it is teachers, we will teach them the teaching methodologies and teaching techniques. So my concept of early child care education, in which age 3 to grade 3, we need all the teachers, parents, students at various age, vertical gathering. It is not putting them into different compartments, makes it informal education. Informal means it has to be too informal, right?
Yeah.
So the informal is like a family gathering. That is what the new education policy also demands. It should be totally informal up to primary level, lower primary minimum. So how do you make this in the lower primary totally informal is vertical mixing, and then not demanding them to read, write, but lot of activity based program in which they will find interest in reading and writing. One another thing which I was proposing during the last discussion was to have feeder schools, where early children need not travel all the way 20 kilometers or maybe 10 kilometers far to the school. You can have small pockets in different colonies and societies where you can start under your umbrella. Small schools, they can be called as feeder school. So immediately after 3rd or 4th grade, they will come to your school.
Yeah.
So that way you are marketing it, for which you are not investing money, time, people and all that, but giving the feeder school the teachers a name under the umbrella in which they can run. Second one, giving them the real training, which can be given under my guidance, if 1 or 2 times if I come, and then rest of the things 365 days they will be able to run with your faculty, few people under guidance. This is one model which I generally propose. Otherwise, my worry is new education policy will never get implemented.
Okay.
Because nobody is seriously thinking how it will happen on the ground. All my camps are with the Gulf children, because when they have holiday, when they come home, their relatives will be engaged in schools and all that, so they don't have friends. So they come and stay with me. So many children. Actually, I have 2-3 programs. One program is called a Destination IAS, where from 7th grade onwards, children can be prepared for civil service and any competitive exams. And once they go to college, it is called a mission CSAT. CSAT is the preliminary examination, civil service preliminary examination, aptitude test. So prepare them with a full coaching for along with their education. So if you look at the destination IAS, I have done a lot of camps, including in UAE, Dubai, and all that. Abu Dhabi, I conducted in Social Club a 1 month camp. 1 month, 150 children at a stretch. So at every level, I have got some sort of a pattern which I have experimented, conducted for last so many years. Best thing could be, it will be like, a parents, grandparents, the people who can be wisdom can share some time. It will be like not a full time. Informal means you cannot ask them to report at 8:30 and go at 4 o'clock sort of a thing. It will be like, you can spare 3-4 hours. It's more important to do activity at home. You do a lot of craft and then bring it and then show others, teach them. So it will be like a learning from different aspects, different levels, a lot of creativity, communication skill, aptitude, attitude setting, mathematical ability, all that will come part of it. So if the basic education can become strong, they will reach anywhere in their life. What I have seen is, the recently when I was teaching in the university level in KL University for mathematical ability, logical reasoning, analytical skill, students don't have these qualities at all these days. That is why they fail in competitive exams. So that has to be given in the younger age. On this weekend, I am traveling to Thiruvananthapuram. I have got a Doordarshan interview, and after that, election is in 26th in Kerala. I am from Kerala originally, but I stay in Hyderabad for last 30-35 years. So I keep going back to my hometown, because if I have some activity, definitely I will spend some time in my hometown. That's a small village. But some people love to stay in village and then enjoy that beauty. They come from cities with me and stay with me. So 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, at least, 30, at least 3-4 days I will be there. And then again, May first week I will be back in Hyderabad. So I keep traveling on different places with activities like this. That's what I do. There are many recorded versions of the camps available. We can fine tune based on what is that you want. Now from this, whatever you understood, if you want to go ahead, you can make a small, maybe you are decided to go ahead, then you plan what is that you wanted to do, then I can add some more details to that. I can always give the details and then expand it. Or whatever I am doing in Kerala, the same thing I can send it to you. Right. But generally what we do is, when we do it in villages, I will also put it onto a regional language, Malayalam, and then that is how parents can become part of it, right? Yeah, that is how I do. And when I do it in different places, the demand and interest and the time is different. So sometimes 1 month program, sometimes it is 10 days program, sometimes it is 1 week program. So based on that, we will draft what is that you require. But all the topics which I cover and all is available in many blogs. Suppose you look at DrTPS lecture topics. There is a blog which lists out paragraph wise in each topic what do I do. But most of them are quite old. Nobody asked these to me 2 days, because they know me, and that is through non sources only people will call me. But maybe what I made 15 years back is still there in the blog, and it is very new and active. Yeah, all blogs are on my website. But if specifically you ask me, I can give you the link direct also. Otherwise, you look at my website blog, you will see a list of blog in which the lecture topics will be described separate. Because it is not for marketing, or it is not as a flyer. That is because I do at a different level. I do at university level. I do public programs. I do spiritual activities. I go for temple lectures. I do astrology. I do counseling. I do vastu. I do students. Yeah, I do people. Just now I finished from 3 o'clock to 4:30. somebody wanted to plan his life career, whether to go abroad. I have got some universities abroad tie up where I can refer students. All these I do. So it's like, it's a passion for me. I'm a retired person who is investing my time reading and writing and then spending for public. That's what I'm doing. A five-fold development summer camp program for physical, emotional, intellectual, social, spiritual development. Maybe one very comprehensive one will be what I have done in America. I've done in Columbus, America. I have done some program in which we had children from young age to age 3 to graduate students. I had.
Okay.
And it was with a lot of volunteers, because America and all, they have a strict rule: for every 20 children you should have one volunteer. So I had many volunteers. All of them were actively participating. So it was conducted in a church. So it depends on what facility you have. It's more like an outdoor. When I do it in my hometown, we have a lot of trekking, social activity. People go around mixing with the public. All that will happen. And we have a swimming pool in which one of my cousin will come and make people to learn swimming. We go for a science experiment with the flight modeling and then all that. We make boomerang and run, play it with that. So it needs large ground sometimes. So some schools doesn't have, so accordingly we modify it. So sometime it can be a film making, sometime it can be drama, dance. During COVID, what I did was, I had students from Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Saudi Arabia. Virtual camp was there. So we wrote a drama and then people acted in different places, and I edited it like a drama.
Okay.
So we made a telefilm. I'll send you the telefilm.
Oh.
And in which I was asking,
Is it suited by them or?
they shooted themselves in different places. See, for example, the doctor will be coming from one place and asking for entry. That will be in Dubai, but the patient is sitting in Kerala. But the dialogue looks like you are sitting across and discussing. So I'm into film, so I make film editing and all that. No, I teach all this multimedia.
Okay.
So if you look at film, no, I do myself. I enjoy see, it's only time pass for me. Now I am recording on my screen. I am screen tabbing. I have got another camera. I am audio recording it. Whatever happens, because you are not there, I will not mention your name. I will not put to with whom I am discussing. But you will see this on my YouTube as if I am talking to somebody, unknown person.
Oh, really?
Because sometime I will ask them permission. Last time after the discussion, I asked, shall I post this on YouTube? They say, okay, you post it. But sometime they will tell their personal problem. I am also a psychotherapist. So it's a counseling problem. Just now I finished a counseling problem of one of my MBA students whom I was teaching long back. So I cannot put her problems into public, right? So it will not go on to YouTube. So out of 100 things which I record and then discuss, 10 of them will come on YouTube. So another 90 goes because it's all personal matter.
Okay.
Because I don't do anything else. 24 hours I am spending for reading, writing, spending for social activities, right?
Good. That's great. Have you ever visited to Rajasthan?
Oh, many times. I was there in Ahmedabad in my early career time. So my sister was in Udaipur. Weekend I used to travel from Ahmedabad to Udaipur, and Jaipur I came many times. I came to Jaipur for a spiritual talk. Recently I was there in Jaipur for a program. They have a space lab inaugurated, which is run by a Dubai group, for which I was the inaugurating person in Jaipur. So I was there for 2 days. That was last year. So I keep coming. I keep traveling all across. Rajasthan is a very, very close place for me because I have spent a lot of time there at different times. Yeah, best thing, if you wanted to come and see what is happening, you can bring some people who are really interested. If this time is holiday for you, April 23rd, but 26th is election, so 2-3 days nothing will happen. 27 to 30th, we expect a small gathering. It will not be a large gathering, but small gathering, because there is another CBSE school nearby where I am mentoring teachers, students, and people. So generally, what do I do is I go there and then spend a lot of time with the children, guarantee that they all get 100% in all subjects.
Okay.
And in my native town, my school belongs to my family, so we are the owners. See, it's celebrating 100 years now. But it's an aided to school. It's supervised by government. But government will pay salary, but we are the owners.
Oh, okay.
That system is called aided to school, where I can appoint teachers, qualified teachers. Government will approve them based on their qualification and all that. Then they will pay salary.
Oh.
The land building ownership is by my family,
Okay.
but employers are paid by government. They do inspection based on the number of students, the teachers vacancy they will allocate. Accordingly only I can appoint. If the school strength comes down, the teachers appointed will get absorbed in government service in some other schools. That's called the protection of teachers. So it's a shake hand between the private. It's like a private partnership with the government.
PPP.
Yeah, PPP model. It was running in Kerala for long years, almost 50-60 years. Before that, my grandfather started the school almost 100 years back. I can invite you to my hometown to see what I am doing there. Similarly, some of the people from different parts of India will come to your place to see what that is happening. So that becomes a hub for training teachers, giving them refresh programs. And I have a tie-up with a university of Yoga University of Americas, wherein your friend had a PhD.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I can do is, under that I can give certification, postgraduate diploma, so that they feel, oh, I am also getting recognized. Maybe if some postgraduate is there who can continuously work on this model of new education, they can submit a PhD thesis and then get a PhD. And definitely when somebody recognizes that such things becomes a document, I'm sure government also will accept it. Oh, there is a documentation on what is happening. Otherwise we will not document. So the idea for me is to see that it get documented, because I believe the national education policy, though we call it as national, now just now I told in Kerala model is entirely different, and Rajasthan it is not there, right?
Yeah.
So how can you have a national policy? So the policy, the education is a state department. Even if it is a CBSE syllabus or ICSE syllabus, central syllabus, state syllabus, we have to show some models to say that this is what education in my part, this is what is happening, in some other part this is happening. Such things get documented. Probably somebody can draw some lessons from that. So my idea and interest is to see that whatever happens in your school get documented. And those teachers who are documenting it, we will give them a degree, because the present education, I tried a lot with some universities. I was also part of UGC as an academic staff college director. But under the government of India's Indian system, we cannot even get some degrees recognized like this. That is why I thought I will have a tie-up with an American university. So it's a university registered by somebody else. I am only taking the liberty of connecting with them. And because of my credential, they have given me some freedom for doing under that the way I wanted to work it. That is why I constructed a Shiksha Gurukulam under that. And I am the Acharya for that.
Okay.
And I am the chairman. There is a committee. The committee members are from their university level. I am the chairman. I'm sure we can work out and then identify somebody like, your friend who has a PhD from that university can be a guide in the neighboring area, and then they can guide people. An example, assume that you have your school some new teacher requirements. I don't believe in interviewing them and posting them. What do I do is, such a camp is happening, the advertisement can be, we need faculty members. They will undergo a selection workshop.
Okay, yeah.
That selection workshop will be my volunteers for the camp which I am running, in which chemistry,
Okay,
maths,
yeah.
physics, biology, all the teachers will be part of it. And I can suggest you, oh, this teacher has got great knowledge, this teacher has got good communication skill. Otherwise no interview can evaluate actual people.
Correct.
This can be done, so I support people to get best teachers out of this program.
Okay, yeah.
Understood? Every year I am sure you require some teachers, or maybe at least enlist them, and assume that some
Yeah, definitely.
any preliminary teachers, they wanted to start their own entrepreneurship, which will become a feeder school for you. So we are creating entrepreneurs, we are keeping self-employment people, we are recruiting teachers, all that can be worked out together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
That is why I'm saying it's a total solution, it's a holistic solution, and I am doing it because of my passion, right? So I wanted to spend my time and say, oh, it's running, I am supporting it, that's it. See, when I come to you, you are the part of my team. When I go to yesterday, day before yesterday, I was there in Delhi. There are people who are conducting it, I am part of them. So I generally, I don't finish my lecture 1 hour, half an hour and run away from that place. I will invest time, understand what is the next step, what can be done. I give suggestions. I look at their economic model. I make their business model better. I make them to plan the next activity. In all that, I will put my hand, and then I don't spend just like a guest lecture and then run away from that place. That's not my cup of tea. See, when they call me for a lecture, what do? Is I think about it, write a small book on that, and that book will become an asset for them. I document. Unless I document, how can I ask somebody else to document? So if you look at my blog, you can see every small activity which I do in my. That is why I record my lectures, post it onto YouTube, write blog about it. I was conducting lot of summer programs, Shiksha holiday program in Hyderabad. Those days, I used to ask my students to write report and then send it to me. Sometimes all of them dumped as it is because too many of them were coming. But that is also a blog. Time I look at it, when I was teaching MBA in one of the colleges where I was a professor, my lecture used to be my assignments. I tell them at the end of the lecture, give me all the main points what I dealt in the classroom. Accordingly, my internal marks will be given. So I make children to document. But some of you are interested. If somebody wanted to come, probably 27th to 30th, I am there. But maybe for Rajasthan, it's a little far. It's in Kerala, my hometown.
Okay.
We have an airport nearby, but Delhi doesn't have a direct flight. We have Chennai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, all that is connected. This is now with the discussion, you plan to do something, it will be exclusively for you, right? Because there are a lot of people discussing like this. So based on the timing and the schedule, we will do it. There are some plans for some early childhood education. There is a plan in June, July in West Bengal and Noida. 2 places they have planned. You have to tell me the scheduled time and what is that time span, this from this date to this date you want. Accordingly, when I make my schedule, then plan it.
Okay.
Your nearest airport is Jaipur only, right?
Jaipur, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaipur and Bikaner.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
Because I stay in Hyderabad, any place is minimum 2 hours. Around 2 hours is the either Delhi or Jaipur, or most of these places we have direct flight. Hyderabad is well connected all throughout in. That's why I'm staying in Hyderabad. Last year, if you look at my travel, my schedule is there. I was most of the Indian part I was covering. Chandigarh. I was there in Chandigarh University for a philosophy lecture. Then North Bengal University. Then went to Darjeeling. Actually, I have got something in Shimla now, but I'm not going. Same time I'm in Kerala. If you are planning, make a draft and send it to me so that I know this is what you understood from this. Or maybe the paper it should come so that you know how to announce it, how to make a draft of notices. I keep doing it every day for many, so I will be able to know edit it very fast. The time you give, if I am free, if not engaged for meetings and discussions, in half an hour generally I submit back that reply. Okay then.
Okay, so thank you very much.
Yeah, and I had a camp in Alain. I had a 4 days.
Okay.
Alain, I had. There is no Gulf country where I left. I started coming to Gulf in 2002 onwards. 24 years. Asianet Radio. Most of the people, the drivers know me because I used to come in Malayalam radio programs.
Oh, right. There is FM.
Asianet Radio. The most of the radios there, what I do is I record from here and send it. And some of the programs are called Shastra Kautukam. That means the science magic. So in which I speak about science, what happens in the new science areas, and I record it to some 5 minutes, 10 minutes and send it to them. And they wanted some discussions. They will have some plus point. There is a program and I will add some value education for them. And there are so many Club FM, so many radios I gave in Doha, Saudi Arabia. Every day I used to do.
Okay. Good. And there are, many people from Kerala who are living in.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia and all. I had been to South Dammam, Riyadh and all. This time in 2018 during April 16, 17, 18, 19, I was there in Dammam. 4 days workshop. So I was visiting neighboring schools. There are 10,000 children in one school itself. And teachers program, I had 1,000 teachers from one school. One school, 1,000 teachers.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Thank you. See you.
Okay.